Welcome. We're going to begin this practice today at the top of our mats in mountain pose. And the intention today is to focus on our alignment. So we're just going to do a little bit of a check-in and bring some awareness into the body. So begin by closing your eyes down and bring your feet to hip width. And then just start to focus on your breath. Breathing deeply in and starting to relax the body as you breathe out, and just begin to take your awareness down into the body, softening the forehead and relaxing the shoulders. So we're going to take our awareness down to the feet and then travel our awareness up the body and just check in with the body and start to notice if there's any areas that we can just make little tweaks to improve our alignment. So we always build our poses from the ground up, which is how we get the best alignment in the poses. If there's a misalignment or an imbalance in the lower body, it's going to impact everything above it. So we want to start from the ground up. So just begin to feel your feet against the ground and then slowly start to travel your awareness up the legs. And noticing the area here, the pelvis, and one of the common misalignments will be a misaligned pelvis. So we want the pelvis to sit neutrally. So sometimes it will tilt forwards like this. So we want to just find a gentle tuck of the tailbone. You can also notice if you're the other way. So you might be kind of rounding through the spine a little bit and over tucking the pelvis. So we just want to find that neutral position for the pelvis. A little activation in the core and that lifting feeling through the front of the body and through the heart center. Shoulders are relaxed and down away from the ears. And we're trying to maintain a neutral spine and neck. With your next breath in, sweep your fingertips up, lengthen through the spine, and then bring the palms together. Exhale, hands into your heart. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Inhale, sweep your arms up. And then this time on the exhale, we're going to fold forward. I want you to try and maintain length in the spine. As you fold, we're hinging from the hips, soft knees. So rather than coming down and kind of curving the spine as we come down, we want to try and find that slight tilt forward of the pelvis and nice open heart center, and maintaining a straight spine for as long as we can. And then finding that forward fold position. So whenever you're coming into a forward fold today, just trying to do it with that awareness of your alignment. So trying to avoid this position here where we're just rounding through the spine, and rather try and relax our belly and our torso towards the thighs. So you can have a soft or even a generous bend in the knees. Take some nice deep breaths here. Pull the hip creases back and breathe into the backs of the legs. With your next inhale, come to halfway lift. So you can either keep your fingertips on the ground, bring your hands onto your shins or onto your thighs. And we're really trying to elongate the spine and lengthen through the spine. You pull the tailbone back and the crown of the head forward, and trying to be mindful of any curving in the spine. Really pull your shoulders away from your ears. So there's quite a lot going on in this pose. It seems very simple. And we're activating through our core here, so belly to the spine. And imagine that you're trying to lengthen and elongate the spine. So we're pulling the tailbone and the hip creases back, the crown of the head forward. the shoulders away from the ears. We're going to move a little here between this position and our forward fold, really focusing on the alignment as you move. So inhale and lengthen, exhale and fold. Move with the breath, inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Continue to move at a pace that feels good. Focusing on that alignment in the spine as you move. One more. Breathe in and out. Lovely. Bending your knees now quite generously. We're going to slowly unravel and align the spine. So start to stack your vertebrae, pull your belly in, keep your chin tucked and slowly unravel. As you come up, gentle tuck of the tailbone here, check in with your alignment in the pelvis, and then lift the head up last. Sweep the arms up as you breathe in, and then exhale, hands into your heart as you breathe out. Now feel your feet against the ground and bring your awareness into your right foot. We're going to start with some balancing. I'm going to come into warrior 3. So focus on maintaining that alignment. So we want to have a straight line from the crown of our head to our left ankle. So we're just going to begin by slowly floating the left foot away from the ground, and then checking the alignment here. So we don't want this hip to open, so turn your toes down and keep your hips square. And we want to move the body, so the upper body and the lower body, as one moving part. So try and maintain that alignment, and the movement here is hinging movement from the hips. So move really slowly and try and maintain that straight line. And it doesn't matter which angle you end up at. You could just stay here, or maybe you're able to come into this T shape. Try not to drop your front body down. So stay lifted through the heart and continue to lengthen through the spine. Check the hips are in alignment, so you might need to drop the left hip down and turn the toes down on the back foot. Pull your belly into your spine, shoulders away from the ears. Soft bend in the right knee and breathe. Perhaps finding a focal point to help you balance and resting your awareness there. We'll take one more deep breath in. And then as you exhale, slowly bring the knee to chest. See if you can stay on one leg. Pull the knee into your chest and lengthen through the spine. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, we're going to step it back into a lunge, into a high lunge. So land on the toes, heel is lifted. You can take it as deep as feels good. And then we keep the alignment here. So want to stack the front knee over front ankle. And then reach the fingertips up, aligning shoulders, elbows, wrists. And then lift and lengthen through your body rather than tilting forward. Think about that lengthening through the spine. Breathe. Relax your shoulders. One more deep breath in. We're going to exhale, sweep the hands down, interlace the fingers. Draw the knuckles down and open through the chest. Maybe send the head back. Well done, deep breath in. From here, exhale, we're going to find warrior 2, but we're going to start with the legs. So we're building from the ground up. So turn that left heel to the ground. Turn the toes slightly in And we want to align the right heel, left arch. We're going to build this from the ground up, and then we're going to release the arms. So making sure that this front knee is not caving in. So we're driving it out over the toes. That's the alignment. Back leg is strong, pressing firmly into the outer edge of the foot. With our torso, we want to turn it so that it's facing along the long edge of the mat. We're really active and open through the inner thighs, and we're tucking the tailbone under so that we're not overly tilting. And then we can add in the arms once we've got the legs in position. So slowly release, bring the arms to shoulder height, relax the shoulders, and gaze over the right fingertips. Well done. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale for side angle. So right arm onto the right leg. Alternatively, we take the arm onto the inside of the leg. What we want to be mindful of is this left shoulder stays open. So effectively the alignment here is shoulders, elbows and wrists on both hands. So if you're down here but your arm is collapsing, I want you to come up a little bit higher. The other option, which you're welcome to try, is to take a bind. So we bring the right arm around the back of the right knee, left hand around the lower back, and then start to grab the hands and start to open the chest back up. So we don't want to be dropping the chest down. Really open through the left shoulder. Breathe. Well done, last one. And release. So we're going to come all the way back up into warrior two. Breathe in and out. And then inhale, turn the right toes in, sweep the fingers up. Bring the palms together, exhale, hands into your heart. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Take a moment here, check down at the feet, check your alignment. We want the toes in, the heels out slightly. See if you can energize the legs. Become active through the thighs. And then find a gentle tuck of the tailbone and lengthen through the spine. Hands to your heart. Inhale as you lengthen. And then exhale as you start to hinge at the hips. So we want to maintain a straight spine as we fold. So continue to lengthen, send the hips back, keep pressing into the outer edges of the feet and try not to collapse and round. So keep the heart open for as long as you can. And then eventually we're going to relax down and release the hands towards the ground. Once you get a little bit lower, you might find that you feel comfortable walking the feet out wider. If you need some extra height here, grab a block. You can bring forearms, palms, fingertips to the earth. You can stay in this halfway position or start to fold forward. Bring your hands in between the feet. And then start to relax the crown of the head towards the earth. Take some nice deep breaths. Lovely. Take another deep breath in and come to your halfway position. So lengthening through the spine again. I'm going to bring left palm to the ground in the center and take a twist. So on the inhale, reach your right fingertips up. We're trying to align the shoulders, wrists and elbows again. So really open through your right shoulder. If you need a bit more height, come onto the fingers or grab a block. Gazing towards the right fingers. Try and keep that length in the spine. And a neutral neck, pressing into the outer edges of the feet. Well done. One more deep breath in. And release. Swap hands. Inhale, left fingertips to the sky. Deep breaths. Last one. And release. Well done. Walk your hands towards the right foot back to the top of the mat. Pivot on the back foot for runner's lunge. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, plank. Find a nice strong plank. We're aligning shoulders over wrists. Pull your belly towards your spine. Breathe in. Exhale, lower. You can lower the knees, elbows in tight. All the way onto the belly. Coming into cobra now. So an alignment tip to be aware of here is to try and keep the neck neutral. So rather than doing this, we want to gaze towards the earth and try and keep the head still. So elbows in, loop the shoulders back, press into the tops of the feet, inhale. Peel the chest up, continue to gaze down. Exhale and release, send it back into down dog. Deep breaths, really press the earth away, lift the hips up high. Most important thing here is the lengthening of the spine. So the soft bend at the knees is fine. Think about elongating the spine by lifting the sit bones high. Feet are hip width, hands are shoulder width. Find stillness, take a deep breath in and let it go. Well done, bend the knees, look forward, make your way back to the top of the mat into forward fold. Chin to chest and relax the shoulders. Softly bend the knees and then inhale, start to stack and align the spine slowly. Traveling your awareness from the ground up. Chin stays tucked until the end and then sweep your arms up as you breathe in. Hands to your heart as you breathe out. Take a moment of stillness. Tuning into the feet now. And start to feel into your left foot. Check the alignment in the body, travel from the ground up. And then we'll float the right foot away from the ground and find warrior three. Moving from the hips, keep the belly pulled into the spine, toes turned down, hips are square. Lengthening through the spine, and we want this back leg to be energized rather than bent and floppy. It's going to support you in your balancing. Find a position that you can hold. It could be here, it could even be with the toes resting on the ground, or maybe you're further towards the ground. Stay open and lifted through your heart and breathe. Well done. One more deep breath in. Slowly bring the knee to chest on the exhale. Hug the knee in, lengthen as you breathe in. Exhale and step back into lunge. Front knees over front ankle. Sweep the fingers up. Lengthen through the spine. Try not to flare the rib cage here, so soften, but keep pulling the belly button in and lengthening. Shoulders are relaxed. Breathe in. Exhale, float the hands down and interlace the fingers. Inhale, draw the knuckles down. Draw the shoulder blades together. Maybe send the head back. Final breath in. And exhale, warrior two with the legs, building from the ground up. Align the right arch, left heel. Front knee stays over front ankle. Open through the inner thighs. Send that left knee out over the toes. Active through the inner thighs. Start to align your body with the long edge of the mat. Try not to drop that knee in when you do that. And then tuck the tailbone, release the arms. Gaze over left fingertips. Aligning the elbows, wrists and shoulders. Breathe in. Exhale, side angle, your choice. We've got option 1, 2, or take a bind. Keep your chest open and breathe. Well done. One more, deep breath in. And then exhale, release back into warrior two. Breathe in and out. Inhale, turn the toes in, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands into your heart center. Palms together, finding a wide legged position now. Check in, adjust the feet if you need to. Energize the legs, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, start to fold, hinging at the hips. Take it really slow, lots of awareness. Spine stays long, heart stays open. You can relax the hands down, stay halfway, or take it towards the ground. Maybe walking the feet out wider. Find what feels good. And then focus on the breath. Keep pressing into the outer edges of the feet. You might even grab hold of the ankles. And releasing on the exhale. Come to halfway lift on the inhale. We're going to come up the way we went down. So I'm going to bring hands to hips. Find that length in the spine first. You might actually want to walk the feet in a little bit if they're quite wide. Lengthen, pull your belly button in and then start to lift slowly. The movement's coming from the hips, the body's staying straight. Come all the way up, walk your feet in just a little bit closer and then turn the toes out, heels in. We're going to align our ankles with our elbows, more or less. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then turn the toes out. And we're going to go into goddess pose now. So for goddess pose, we want to try and keep that alignment in the spine with a bit of a tuck through the pelvis. So try and tuck your tailbone under and keep that position as you go down, because we're going to sink into the heels. And the other thing we want to be aware of is the knees. So we want to align the knees out over the toes rather than this happening where they cave in, which is really common. So this is something to be aware of. We're going to go really slowly so that we can keep an eye on that. So if you get to a point where the knees are really caving in, I want you to just stop there and focus on pressing the knees out and finding that activation through the inner thighs. So start with the hands at your heart center. Energize the legs, tuck the tailbone, breathe in. And then exhale, start to slowly sink down. Keep awareness in the spine, tailbone tucked, belly to the spine, driving the knees out over the toes. And we're going to hold. Focus on the breath. Well done, 2 more. As you breathe out, release the hands. As you breathe in, press into the heels, sweep the arms back up. And exhale, hands into your heart. Oop, nearly fell over. Take a moment. I'm going to do that again. So just begin by tucking the tailbone under. Feel that energy in the legs, lengthen through the spine. And then exhale, start to sink. Drive the knees out over the toes. Stay open in the inner thighs. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one in. Release the hands. Inhale, press into the heels. Bring the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a moment. I'm going to do that one more time. I'm going to take it as deep as we can this time, but alignment first. So maybe challenge yourself a little bit on this last one. Inhale, lengthen, tuck the tailbone. Exhale and lower. Move with lots of awareness. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one in. And release. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take a moment. And relax. Heel toe the feet in just a little bit closer. You can keep quite a wide stance if you would like. We'll release the hands and interlace the fingers behind the back. Inhale, open the chest. And then exhale, bend the knees generously. Hinge at the hips and fold. Let your chest open. Let your head relax. Maybe find a little movement, swaying gently. Release the arms as you breathe out and just let it all hang loose in the upper body. Sway, shake the head. And then slowly we're going to start to stack the spine one last time. Bend the knees and start to unravel chin to chest. As you come up, sweep the arms up, breathe in. Exhale, hands to your heart. Make your way to the top of your mat. Take a few grounding breaths, feel your feet against the ground. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, swan dive down this time. Hinge at the hips, create length in the spine as you fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, plank. Shoulders over wrists, belly to the spine, breathe in. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra, keep your neck neutral. And exhale, down dog. Take some final deep breaths in your downward dog. And then exhale and lower the knees. Find child's pose and relax. Forehead to the earth. hips to the heels, breathe into the lower back. With your next inhale, look forwards. Exhale as you bring hips up over the knees, and we'll swing the legs round into a seated position here to finish. Just take a moment, close your eyes, and take a deep breath in, and a relaxing breath out. Feel the body relax. Let go of any remaining tension. Bring your fingers or your palms to the earth and take one more moment to lengthen through the spine. Relax your shoulders. Inhale as you sweep your fingers all the way up. Bring the palms together. Exhale and hands into your heart center. Bow your head. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you enjoyed this flow. For more feel-good flows like this, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video if you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you.